I got into politics to make a practical difference, not to just shout from the backbenches about things that the government aren't
clearly
doing.
recognises the scale of the humanitarian crisis in Yemen because they've recently increased aid. Yet sickeningly, unlike Germany, Norway, Denmark and Finland, UK arms sales to Saudi Arabia continue. Does the Minister feel that these continued arms sales are helping to cease or intensify the relentless and indiscriminate murder of innocent children and civilians?
One of my early achievements in Parliament was, after 2 years of lobbying the Transport Minister, they eventually caved in and secured the finance for our new Metro cars, which should be coming online within the next year. Every single time there's problems with our Metro or there's constant delays, I am always told it's the Metro cars. So I was delighted, after battering away, that the government eventually caved, gave us that money, and that will make a massive improvement to our Metro lines. I was also proud to be part of a campaign led by the JMB Trade Union, which is my union, to make sure that the Royal Fleet auxiliary ships contracts went to local areas in our country. As a result of that, UK Docks in South Shields managed to get one of those contracts, and we now have hundreds of local people in work. One of the things that I take really seriously is that I am the voice of the people in Shields in Parliament.
The constant quest to be believed and the desperation of just wanting some answers was summed up so powerfully by my constituent Barbara Kell. Barbara described the endless rolling of eyes by some GPs, the frustration of others who wanted to help her but knew they'd be hauled up in front of the General Medical Council if they did. Barbara told me that she is living half a life and she grieves for her
Every
past.
single time I speak in Parliament, I am always talking about people in Shields. I am always talking about their experiences and their lives.
Notice can remain active indefinitely. My constituent is being held against his will because of what appears to be a bureaucratic error.
It doesn't matter to me what people in Parliament think. It matters to me what you think, the people at home. I've spoken up on a lot of local issues, a lot of emotive things that have affected constituents.
My constituents, Sarah and Chris Cookson, lost their little boy Charlie in 2013. Since then, they've devoted their lives to helping other families and children with life-limiting conditions via their charity, the Charlie Cookson Foundation. Many sufferers also need to take an unbelievable amount of tablets each day, tablets that are large and difficult to swallow. My constituent, Harvey Parker, has PKU. He is 15 years old and takes a staggering 65 of these tablets every single day.
I also managed to, through my lobbying behind the scenes, because often there's some things that people don't want raised in Parliament, I managed to get a young girl reunited with her father in this country as well. And to this day, every time I see them, she always comes and gives me a massive hug and kiss and thanks me for letting her come home to live with her dad. One of the biggest campaigns that I've been involved in, and has been long running through pretty much the entire time I've been your Member of Parliament, has been the campaign to save our local hospital.
Last year, I stood on this very spot and told you I was concerned about the future of our hospital. Yet at that time, I and others were accused of scaremongering. Now, the consultation is about to close, and I can say without any pleasure that we were right.
Tory ideology at work with our NHS is to close bits of local hospitals by stealth, move them to a neighbouring hospital. That hospital can't cope, that shuts down, all that's left is the private
South
market.
Tyneside Hospital recently surpassed targets for waiting times, yet this government's forced cuts under the guise of sustainability and transformation plans has left my constituents fundraising to fight the downgrading of key services.
We have fought and fought to retain vital services here in our hospital in South Shields, and we'll keep on doing that.
Since the Minister's Department refused to fund the next phase of downgrading, the Trust have approached the local authority to borrow £35 million from the Treasury to see it through. Does he agree with me and my incensed constituents that it is wrong that we are now being asked to pay for further cuts to our hospital?
I will never ever stop fighting to keep these services here in South Shields. I was born in that hospital. My entire family have been in that hospital at some point in their lives. It matters to me. It's not just a building. I'll continue to do everything I can in my power to bring investment and jobs to our area. I'll continue to do everything I can to make sure that those issues that matter to local people get an hearing in Parliament and that their voice is heard on a national stage. I'll continue to fight to save our local hospital. I will continue to fight on behalf of every single constituent in South Shields.